Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last video we started learning about the JavaScript, and in this video we are going to continue the JavaScript. Okay, so just let me go to editor and just try to divide my window. And yeah, so we learned many things about the JavaScript. We discussed about what is variable in JavaScript and what are the different way to create the variable in the JavaScript by using the let keyword, var keyword and const keyword, and their different use cases, and also we wrote the code. After that we discuss what is the data type in the JavaScript, what are the most used and different type of data type in the JavaScript. We learned about different data type like string, number, big int, boolean, undefined, null, symbol, object, all these data structure we learned. Also we wrote the example code for that, and also we discussed object is the the most important data type. Object, or you can say object or array and string. Okay, object, array and strings are like very important data type in the JavaScript or any other programming language. Okay, so and also we learned how to create object, how to create a string, and how to create the array we learned. Okay, so these all things we learned. Okay, now we are going to do some different operation on object data type. So let me just remove all this. Let me remove all this code for the now. Just I'm removing everything. Okay, you can say just refresh the page, everything is removed. Now I'm going to create a object data type. So you already know how to create object data type. I'm going to write something, let's say employee, type employee, name of the object, and then I'm going to start curly bracket and close the curly bracket. Okay, let me try to make more space here. Okay, and I'm going to keep it simple because we have already learned how to make nested and all things. So for now let's make it simple, and I'm going to write something like name, let's say you can write single quote or double quote, ram. I'm going to set like age is nothing but, let's say number is 29, and let's say I'm going to write one more thing. Let's say is Indian, something is Indian, and it's a boolean. I'm going to write is a true. Okay, I'm getting here error because I forget to put comma. Now it's good, and we are going to do some operation on this object. Okay, so what are the different operation we can do? There is something called, let's say you want to get all keys from this object. These are the keys, right? Name, age and is Indian, these are key, and these are like the value. So if you want to get all the keys, list of key, you can do one operation like, I'm just trying to log that, log console.log employee, sorry, it's object, right? Object dot you can see lots of method keys, object dot keys, and we are going to put the employee. I'm trying to get all the keys from the employee. So what are the different keys? It's like name, age and is Indian. Save it and refresh the page. You should be able to see name, age and is Indian. We got these key as a array of string. Okay, array of a string, we got all the keys as a array of so if there is requirement to get all the key, you can use object dot keys and pass the object, whichever object you want you can pass, and you can get the keys. Okay, second, let's say you want to get all values of an object. Okay, in that case there is one method. I'm just going to write console.log. There is a method called object dot values, and just pass the employee. Now you can get all the values of that object. You can see you will get all the value as an array. This is array sign, right? So you are getting all the values as an array. In first case you are getting all the keys as an array. There is one more operation you can do. Second, another operation, let's say third. Let's say you want to convert object as a string. If you want to convert this object as a string, you can do, there is one, if you want to convert an object to a string. Okay, if you want to convert object to string, there is a method called, I'm just going to log inside that. I am just trying to convert in a string. So there is a method called JSON dot stringify. Remember these methods, stringify, and you pass the employee. Now in this way you can convert the string object to a string. Okay, this is stringify method which is inside the JSON. Okay, so JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. This is a format, it's kind of format. If you know about the Java, you should know the JSON is the format of data. There are different way. For example, you can send the data as a JSON format or XML format. When we build the Lightning component, in there we learn different data type, different data like as a JSON, different format of data, like JSON format or XML format. We'll understand more about that. For now, you just try to understand. If you want to convert an object as a string, you can use this JSON dot stringify, this employee object we are passing. And now if I refresh the page, I can see here, you can see it's as a string. Okay, this is a string, not object. If it was object, you can see, like, you can expand it. I'll try to so like how again we can convert a string to object. So here, see, let's say I'm writing employee string. We are converting employee string, right? And we can write like JSON dot stringify, right? Stringify, and here employee. Here we converted as a string, right? We converted employee as a string, and let's print here. We did this as a string. Okay, we made as a string and we are trying to print the string. Now you can see this is like a string, right? This is like a string. Okay, this is a string actually. Okay, all right. If you want to convert this string again to JSON object, there is a way. There is a way to convert a string to an object. So there is a method. The method is, let's say, let new employee object. I'm giving the name in the camel case format, and there is a method called JSON dot parse. And here we'll pass that string. Okay, now it should convert the string to object. Now just log new employee. Log new employee. This is the new employee. Okay, and just refresh the page. Now you can see this is an object, same like previous. Okay, so trust me guys, object is like the most used in the JavaScript. Everywhere we see the object. So try to practice more and more object, about object, how to create object, and this is the way to create object. These are known as the key and these are known as the value. Don't put equal sign, it should be colon then comma separated. Okay, how to make it nested, different level of nesting we did in the last video, how to get this data only age, all this thing you practice. More you practice, more you learn. And then these are the different way, this like most frequently we use in the Lightning Web Component, that's why I discuss here. So you try to practice all this, and that's this is the operation we can perform on the object. Okay, there also you learned like what is array, how to create array in the last video, right? Okay, and next topic we are going to discuss is something called spread operator. Spread operator, a spread operator. I want to comment it out. There is something called a spread operator. So a spread operator by name suggests a spread. We are trying to spread something, like, okay. So what is the use of the spread operator? Whenever you are learning something, you just ask two questions with yourself. What is the use of this? Why we need a spread operator? In which case we use, and how to use it? That's it. Okay. So I'm going to provide some test cases. Like let's say case one. Okay, case one. Let's say you have a string. Okay, and you want to convert that string as an array. Okay, if you want to convert a string to an array, okay, in that case you can use the spread operator. This is the first case. Okay, let's write the code and see what I mean. Okay, so let's say you have a string. You know how to create the string. I discussed in the last video. So this, let's write it. Okay, so you know how to create a string. Let's say I'm giving some name. Let's say name, let's say employee name, something. You can give anything, variable name as a camel case. And how to discuss create a string, you can either use the single quote or double quote. And here let's say I'm writing something, let's say Ram Bahadur, something, some name I am giving. Okay, employee name, I'm giving some name Ram Bahadur. Okay, this is how we create the string data type. And we have a string data type, and if you want to convert or spread into a array, in that case we can use a spread operator. How we can do? Okay, so you can use like let's say let employee name as array. I'm writing some name in the camel case. I'm converting this string to array, right? That's why I just wrote employee as a array. And how to use? Okay, just give a like this, write 3 dot and employee name. Okay, and just try to log and check employee name as a array. And first it was like, let's try to log this also. Okay, log this also, log console.log employee name. Okay, this is the employee name and this is employee. Just try to, let's explore. You can see first it was like employee name is Ram Bahadur, and when we use the spread operator and okay we logged, we converted as a array, right? This is array of a string, we converted as an array of a string. Okay, so if this kind of requirement you have, you want to convert a string to array of string, then you can use the spread operator. This is the first use case. In second use case, in what scenario you can use? Okay, so let's say you have a 2 array. Okay, let's say you have a 2 array and you want to combine that 2 array. Okay, or let's say if you have a array and you want to add any value in that array. In that case you can use spread operator. You can say like case 2, if you want to combine 2 array. If you want to combine 2 array, you can use a spread operator. So let's say I have a array. I am giving array 1. Okay, I am giving array 1. How we will make array 1? This is the way to create array, right? I am making some string of array. Let's say apple. Let's say I'm writing something called, let's say banana. Let's say one more is avocado something. I don't know the new string. Avocado. Okay, so if this is the array of a string, right? This is array 1. There is one more array. Let's say array 2. Okay, and here you are writing something called, let's say some fruit 1, some other fruit. Okay, fruit 1. There is one more fruit. Let's say fruit 2. Okay, and if we want to combine these 2 array, in that case you can use a spread operator. So let's say this is combined. I'm writing combined array. Okay, and how you combine? You just write like this. For array 3 dot 1 2 3 dot, okay, array 1 comma 1 2 3 dot array 2. Okay, we combined. Now let's try to log combined array. Okay, so console.log combined array. Okay, now let's see it's combining or not. You can say it's combining apple, banana, avocado and fruit. Okay, so the assignment for you is you try to check 3 array and try to see. Also you try to put array 2 here and array 1 here and try to do the experiment, what kind of result you are getting, and try to learn that way. So that is your assignment. Okay, this is use case 2. Another is if you want to add any new value to this array. Okay, let's write down case 3. If you want to add any new value to an array, okay, in that case you can use, let's say I have let array 3. Okay, array 3 I have, let's say something called A, B, okay, and C. And if you want to add something, one more thing here, in that case also you can write let array 4 equal to array 4 is equal to, you can write 3 dot 1 2 3. We want a spread array 3 and add something, whatever you want to add. Let's say I want to add D. Okay, we are trying to add D in the array 3 and keeping in the array 4. So let's log and check. Log array 4. Okay, and try to see. We can see D is added. D has been added in array 4. Okay, and I'll discuss why this is the best way to push something in the array instead of using the push operation. Okay, we'll learn. For example, let's say this is also known as the shallow the shallow copy, or you can see the shallow copy means there is a some concept. Let's say I have one array. Let's discuss in as another use case for to make shallow copy of, and to make shallow copy of an array, to make a shallow copy of an array. Okay, so what it means, let's say we have a array 5. Okay, we have a array 5, and in array 5 there is something called x. Let's make a small abc. Okay, b and let's say c. Okay, we have, if you want to copy this array, there are different way to do. What is the different way? Let's do like let's make let array what we wrote last time, 5 is 6. Let's array 6 is equal to array 5. Okay, I'm trying to put array 5 inside the array 6. Okay, and let's log here, log console.log array 5, log array 5. Okay, and let's refresh. We can see array 5 abc. Okay, array 5 is abc, we know. Okay, just try to update array 6. Let's say I am doing I'm making another array, let array, or just push like this, array 6 dot, there is push and pop operator. Push means to put something in the array, pop means to get something from here. So push, and I'm going to push something, let's say d or d. Okay, I'm going to push d, and here I'm logging original array. What is our original array? Original array is 5, right? 5 is the original array. Let's log in here, log array 5. Okay, and we copied the array 5 in array 6, and we are trying to post something in array 6. So log array 6 also, and try to see here array 6, array 6. Okay, array 6, and try to see d is not defined. Where d is not defined? Oh sorry, we are putting like array, right? Okay, that was my mistake. We are pushing character, right? We cannot just push as a normal thing. You can see here you can see array 5 is also modified. We are not putting anything inside the array 5, we are just updating the array 5. But after updating we are updating array 6. So after updating array 6, it's also getting update to array 5, because reference is also getting copied. That's why this is not way to do the copy. Okay, if you do, or we don't use the push to put something in the array. Okay, so we have to make shallow copy. Okay, we have to make the shallow copy. So how we will make shallow copy? This is not the good way. Okay, so how we'll make shallow copy? We'll make let array 6, right? Array 6 is equal to, we make shallow copy like, since it is array, make array and 1 2 3 dot, and array 5. Okay, array 5. Now you try to array 6 dot, let's say you are trying to push something, let's say d. D. Okay, and now let's try to log these three things, and let's see after updating array 6 array 5 is getting updated or not. Okay, so I just copied that, and let's uncomment this and try to see, refresh the page. See, array 5 is ABC only, it's not getting modified, but array 6 is only modified. This is nothing but the shallow copy. So if you want to copy something, you use this way, using a spread operator you can make the shallow copy, and whatever you do change here, it will not be changed inside there. Okay, and if you want to add something, you use the spread operator to add anything. Don't use the push pop. Okay, so use the spread operator to add new value to an array. Okay, so this is case 4. Okay, same thing we can do with the object also. If you want to combine the two object, okay, or if you want to add anything new in the object, you can use the spread operator. For example, let's do for object, we can say it's case 5. Which case 5 to case 5, yeah, case 5, to combine two object or to add anything new to an object. Okay, in that case we can use. So let's make two object. Let obj1 is equal to, I'm just going to write obj1 is equal to, let's name is like Sita, comma, age you can give, let's say 26, comma, oh sorry, it should be colon not semicolon, and let's say something called is Indian. Okay, and just say true. Okay, true. Sorry, I made semicolon. Okay, all right, so this is a simple object. Okay, I am going to write one more object, make it object 2. Name, let's give as Ram, this make as a 29, and let's remove this. Okay, this. Now we want to combine, let's try to combine this, and here try to combine this. So how we can combine, let's make one more object, combined object. Okay, and in combine how we'll do, since it's object you have to use the object sign. Since it was array, if it was array we use the array, right? This is array sign, right? But this is object sign. This is array sign, right? But this is object sign. So if you are combining the object, you have to use the object sign, not the array sign. Inside this 3 dot, spread operator 3 dot. Okay, and then obj1 comma again 3 dot, 1 2 3 obj2. Okay, or last time we did same, right? 3 dot, we just use array sign, and that's it, we did. Okay, and here we are able to let's try to log in this and see, try to log this, sorry, log this and see it's getting combined or not. Okay, now you can see here it's showing name, age, and is Indian. Guys, you try to observe something here. We are trying to combine two objects, and when we are combining like this, it will override. Like if you put object 2 here, it is taking name and age from the object 2. Name is Ram and age is 29, but it's taking this from first object. Since this object is not there here, this means this value is, and this thing is not here. because here try to understand, it will take common thing. If there are common fields, it will give priority to whatever you write here. So name and age will come from here, okay, and the fields which are not common to each other, it will come by itself. Let's say here I am trying to put something on other. Let's say I'm trying to put email field, email, so ram@gmail.com, so it should come because this is not common, okay, it will come. If you, so you try to understand, in math also there will be something, I believe it's union, means it will take common, and whatever common thing will be one time, and what will be not there, not common, that will be there. So if this is 2 is common, this is taking priority and we are getting, because since we wrote object 2 here. If you write object 2 here, just try to write object 2 here and object 1, so object 1 will get more priority. Object 1 will ever write to object 2, so name and age will come from object 1, and these are not common, so this will come like same, okay. See, Sita 20, and email is not common, that's why email is coming from object 2, and is Indian, since it's not common, then it will come. If there was is Indian here also and email here also, then everything will come from object 1, because object 1 we have written like this. So try to understand how it is working, okay. This is to combine two object. And if you want to add something to object, let's say we want to add something, let's say let new, or give something object 3, okay. Object 3 is equal to, just write dot object 1. We are trying to add something to object 1, and just write something called let's say something called USN number colon, and give something, let's say 1 2 3 ABC, something like this, and let's try to log object 3 and see it's coming or not, okay. Yeah, we are able to add a new field. First it was just like name, age, and is India, right, and we are able to. So if you want to try to add something in an object, new value, you can use the spread, just spread and add the new property key value as a key value. So these are the different way. This is like most frequent we use in the Lightning Web Component. So you practice more and more, you try to do all the use cases, you try to combine 3, check, try to just reverse and check whatever result you are getting, that's like the result you are getting. And more experiment, more you be the confident, okay. So these are what we all learn here. You learn about the different operation we can perform on the object, this operation, and then we learn what is the split operator, and what is the use of this, okay. And we learn the benefits, like if you are not using for copying purpose, then there will be some mistake problem. So we use it for copy, silo copy, and other way or other different use cases also we learned here, okay. Next operation we can do on next operation you can do on the array, and array as well as the the object, the array as well as object. What we can do is, let's say you have a array, okay. Let array, let's say array A, and you have something called let's say you have array A and comma B comma C, okay, and you want to display each value. How will display? You will display, first try to understand, this is the way to create array, right? An array will work on the index basis, like this is the index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. It start from index 0 to it will increase one by one. So if you want to display a, how will display? You will write something called log, and you will write array a of 0, right? Array of 0 means it's a, right? Similarly, you'll write 1, you'll write 2, okay? So now if I refresh the page, you can see ABC, but this is like old way to, you know, fetch the value from the array and display. This is like, well, in the modern way, everywhere in the LWC we see, let's say, let, if it's array, just write it like this and write something like value 1, or you can give value 2 and value 3 from array A, okay, like this. In this way, whatever there in array, first value will assign here value 1, second value will assign here, and third value will assign here. And if you want to display anything, value 1, just go and log and value 1. So value 1 is A. Just refresh it, you can see A here. If you want to display value 2, you just display as value 2, and this is value 3, okay. You can see, oh, what is there, value 3 is not defined, we made some spelling mistake, and this should be 3, okay. Now it's work, value 3. So this is the, you know, the best way to, this is also known as, you can see where we started here, right? Yeah, here we can also say de-structuring. Try to understand, try to learn this word, de-structuring, okay, de-structuring. D-U-R-I-N-G, de-structuring, okay. So this is de-structuring of array. Similarly, we can do the de-structuring of object also. So how we can do de-structuring of the object? First we need to create an object. Let's say object, let's say I'm giving object A, name as object A, and we are trying to write, let's say, name, let's say Radha, and let's say age is, let's say, 28, and email, let's say something Radha at gmail.com, okay. And if you want to destructure, how you can do it? You just make it late, and since it was array, we gave the array sign. Now it's object, so you have to give object sign. Object, this is the object sign, and this you can give as something like name, whatever you want to give, name, age, comma, email, okay. And here you can write something object A. This is destructuring. So by default it will come, by default, if you log name, it should come name, and then similarly age, so it should come See, name is Radha, is this. Now in the last video we discussed how to get in other way. This is the by structuring, destructuring. By destructuring we are getting. If there was no destructuring, is there any way to display the name? In last video we discussed, so try to think, try to remember. Yes, there is a way. How? By using the dot notation, right? For example, let's say log obj dot name. We also did the nesting, and we try to get the data from the nested object. So by using the dot notation, you can see we are able to do the Radha. Okay, so we can do destructuring. These are the use cases. Okay, and this is like the most used, most frequently. This is like traditional way. This is traditional way, so we don't give, and you can see in documentation everywhere you can see like this. So try to learn the destructuring. Okay, so that's it from for this video, and we will continue experimenting more and more about the three data structure. What are those three data structure? What are those three data structure? One is object, second is your array, and third is your string. Okay, so this we learned what are the different operations we can do, on how to do destructuring. Okay, how to do destructuring, how to use the split operator on object, everything. Also we learned for array also. In coming video we learn what are the different methods available in array, what are the different operations we explore more about the array. Also we learn what are the different methods or methods available on the string. We'll explore more and more about this in the next video. So don't forget to practice and write all these codes, and the more you write the code, more you get the confidence. So you don't watch the video, you learn, you make your own note. Okay, and you practice more. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see in the next video. Thank you.